implemented, I think, in the final 8. So we won't be seeing those just yet. But looks like we're getting started here. And whoa, that's an interesting starting spot, right? At the dead end. Cheap bombs. So at least they don't have to worry about that. They'll have bombs.
And kind of a bad place to start. You're in a bottleneck.
Yeah, kind of a bad place. It's one of the worst locations, I would say.
So a little bit of a divergence here. JKlassnik, he's going to make his way over to the graveyard, and Dr. J checking out vanilla.
And we see a candle being sold at vanilla level 3. A little bit more expensive than usual, but a good item to find. And there is, I think, a reset on Dr. J's end.
Meanwhile, JKlassnik checking out the gravestone, and he finds level 5.
Very nice level to find, although it is the first of many to have one guaranteed transitional staircase. We'll see if that comes into play. He can't kill anything in here, so he's looking for a diamond staircase, ideally, or an open staircase.
Unfortunately, he's coming across some weak enemies. Oh, but he's going to up an A.
Yes, and we just saw Lionels in there, so the Lionels are in the dungeons intermittently, so we'll see those guys later. We won't see them in the overworld. As Classic moves on to check vanilla level 6.
And we find a rupee treasure, 50. Ooh, 50.
Ooh, that's painful. That is only one of 3 large figures, but that is one of the lowest amounts you can possibly. For those of you who have not seen the vanilla game, normally the large secret is 100 rupees.
And we see a blue ring at 253. Unlikely either runner is going to get that.
It's higher than normal, but that's still the majority of your wallet. And we see a dev on Dr. J's end, and we see the medium secrets. Okay, medium secret makes a little bit better. It's only 33. It's not below average, but it's not gonna compare to having that massively low big secret.
Seed. Even if the low rupee treasure is 20 at the max, we're looking at a poverty seed.
Oh, the pay me for the door repair, but I didn't see how many rupees he had. And we have taken heroes, and both players have found them at the same time. And one is vanilla. Oh no!
Hey, Fred, what are you doing here?
Dr. J has not been up here though, so he's gonna check these spots. Meanwhile, Class to work his way back down and check Vanilla 3, and he'll have no knowledge of that blue candle shop, and he actually does have enough money to buy it.
Yeah, so if when he comes across those steak candies, he can easily just take those heart containers and work up to get mags.
Yeah, he might leave one around for the potion, actually, depending on how expensive they get. And that's a small secret, and oof, half price.
Definitely a poverty seed.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And the max rupee treasures, it totals out to 425, 125 under par.
Ouch. Meanwhile, Class is checking the river cave here, and we find another secret, so he's getting a little bit more money.
Dr. J working his way up into Death Mountain. Maybe
cave right here, because that could be where the white sword is. That was you find level 8 on Classnik.
But it's a potion job.
Well, it's nice to. Wait a minute, that's vanilla, Fred.
Level 8, another level with line.
Yes, but a key on the ground, so he can take it and leave, and potentially use that key elsewhere. And good to see that the Tektites are not too bad. Dr. J is heading towards that way, though. And we have a river and potentially an arrow block in level 8. That will be very interesting to see if that comes into play at L later on.
Dr. J getting hit with a door repair, but he up and out of there quickly.
Yeah, that is something you can do to avoid losing your rupees. However, there are some messages. I believe there's one that's just an exclamation point that.
And JKlassnik finding level 2 to the left of vanilla level start.
And he's got the trick going so he can get through this first room and find just some Tektites, but level 2's item is a floor drop, so as long as he kills all the enemies, he should find it.
But doesn't find an item, but does find an important key.
Yeah, it'll take him a little bit to potentially find this 4 item here.
Silver.
Oh, the silver arrows for JKlassnik in level 2. That is
gigantic find. Now, if he can find that, if that bow is easily accessible, he's got a 4 hit point weapon there.
Yeah, and you know the other thing is, that's our first item we found in this entire sea. We haven't even found the Armos item yet. Heck, we don't even know what the coast item is.
Certainly be a while before we get over there, since we start in the southwest corner.
Oh, and that is a community hit right there, and that is a big one because that has eaten up one of the 2 sword location hints that you'll get in the overworld.
Dr. J about to maneuver his way into vanilla level 1.
And unfortunately, it's a door repair. And yes, a big shout out to Crimson Avex, who, despite having some technical difficulties on his end, managed to get this stream up and running in a relatively quick time.
JKlassnik now starting out in Candle Row here. And finding another medium secret.
I mean, those are going to start adding up. I don't think anyone's going to... I think both runs are going to opt for Red Ring in this run.
And another.
And Dr. J buys his candle at vanilla level 3.
You know, despite the low rupee treasures we got here, considering that the door repair is one you can escape from, these guys just might buy blue ring.
Well, the question is, do you want to skip it every single time? Because you go all the way back to that corner. They might take the hit at any one location that's like over in the Lost Hills, simply because it's just too far away and they'll have to backtrack a lot. And we're getting our first check of this bush over here, and it's a gambling game for Dr. J.
JKlassnik finding another gambling cave to the northeast of 1.
And it looks like he's going to check this bomb spot here. And finds...
Another bomb shot.
I mean, that's okay shot.
So bombs are readily accessible in this seed, which is good news for them, and relatively cheap at 11 rupees.
Yeah, won't need to grind much for that. And even then, there's enemies that they can just kill for it. These P-hats, though. These P-hats.
Undoubtedly the most annoying enemy in this.
Well, there's our third Take Any Road right there at the Forgotten Spot. But is it? And that is the one I think...
That's the eastern seaboard.
Oh, well, we at least have a way to get to the coast, but oh, and JKlassnik takes a death, so we know where our 4 any roads go. Now, what's interesting here is that I have to ask this because I'm not actually sure. Can they get off that coast island without the raft?
No, they would be trapped. Classnik finding the letter.
Yeah, the letter. All right, so they do need the raft. So I was thinking that they could use that to get to the coast real quick. So maybe, given these any roads, they would find the raft as a priority just so for convenience. But we'll see how that pans out. As we see Dr. J checking the desert cave here. And it's candid camera.
So both runners coming across a number of door repair caves, and every single time they've been up and in time to avoid that penalty.
And Gary Noble does raise a good point in chat. I'm just thinking that they have no good way to get to the other side of the map other than the warps. The warps are not that great. So if there is like something important over the coast, like maybe like 3 or 4 dungeons, I would potentially consider the raft as a pickup, but we'll see.
Even though the warps don't have a good spread, you do have 2 that are accessible to Death Mountain.
And Dr. J finds that fake hint, unfortunately eating up one of the swords. And Classic is just tanking these take annies. He does not want to go back to that dead woods area.
Dr. J now down at about to hit the southern coast. If you can get past these dudes.
It looks like they got through safely. Meanwhile, Classic has found a couple more of the secrets or door first. And level 4 has been found.
Dr. J coming across a hint cave.
I believe he's right. They're right next to each other. They just high-fived.
Dr.
So
J.
let's see.
Dr. J finding level 4.
Yeah, they literally just passed each other. And only a small secret here of the coast. And it looks like Classic's going to check the coast here. We're going to finally potentially see the coast item here. Wow. Finding only change at the beach.
And Dr. J, he came across, we found level 9.
Level 9.
South of desert at that potion shop.
Yeah, vanilla potion shop, I should clarify. And it looks like the doors for 16 rubies, so it's actually pretty okay. And here's our coast item. It's the power bracelet. Ooh, interesting. And our Armos item is that's something no one's gonna pick up. And for those wondering, hey, they can do boomstick. Boomstick is not enabled at any point during this tournament, so the book is literally useless.
And for those of you who don't know, the book coupled with the magical wand, when you shoot the magical wand, whatever it hits bursts into flame. However, that could be can be a detriment because the flame can cause damage to you. And what a lot of these runners like to do is, if they have the wand, they will couple that with the sword they have and deliver an additional 2 hit points of damage.
Speaking of sword, and more importantly, speaking of swords, we also found the hint for the magical sword being by a lake. So the white sword is currently the sword We don't know. We do not know where White Sword Cave. But continue with what you were saying.
No, that was pretty much it about the using the sword and the wand together to deliver two additional.
Yeah, it's a good combo attack. But the other good thing about having something burst into flame with the wand is that it lit up dark caves. But in shapes, most of the dungeon rooms are lit. The only room that will not be lit is Ganon's room, and that's going to be lit up as soon as you enter it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So the sword was at Gambler Alley. So unfortunately, Classic is not going the right way to get that sword, but if he finds the white sword just lying down in level 1, he doesn't need to get that cape for.
Classic checking vanilla level 2 and finding another door repair.
Yeah, there's a lot of door repairs in this seed, unfortunately. But again, there's a lot of these, and something you should probably point out here is that some of these Octoroks are taking less hits and some are taking more. The speed of the Octorok also affects their health. The fast Octoroks do not necessarily share the same HP as the slow Octoroks. And Classic discovered the book there. He's gonna be like, okay, nope, do not want.
Potions 55 and 74.
Oof, not good prices, I don't think. I think at least the red one is a little bit more expensive. I'm not sure about the blue. It's probably a lot more expensive.
I think the blue is 40 and the red is 68, if I'm not mistaken.
See, yeah, they're both a little bit more expensive than normal. And where was that level 9 anyway? I don't think we got it marked.
Level 9 was south of the desert at a vanilla level.
Right.
Vanilla.
I thought we found another dungeon. My bad. Well, Classic is about to pick up his sword. Oh, but he's on half a heart. He has to be careful. Why is he scrolling the screen back around so he can get another shot of this room?
Meanwhile, Dr. J is delving into level 8. Unfortunately, he's blocked Key and Goma and River.
Yeah, that's gonna be significant if Goma and that remote is guarding an important item for this progression. And there's that hint that tells him the magical sword is by a lake. So we could have the magic sword be at vanilla level 4. And you can see Dr. J was trying to push that leftmost center block. Like I said before, any one of those kind of blocks could be in item room, but not if there's a drop and not if there's a locked door like the one Dr. J's left. And it looks like Classic is trying to potentially set up a kill count here. These Koreas are in the dungeons, and it's usually the orange enemies in dungeons that drop bombs.
Meanwhile, Classic did a screen scroll now, made it over to vanilla level 5, and finds another bomb cave.
Yeah, going to stock up here, not denying that at all.
Let's see if this lake is where the magical sword is. Checking the waterfall, finding another shop. Oh, but gets bopped.
Yeah, unfortunate. And I just realized we have yet to see Dark Jets or Wizrobe Jet, I don't think.
Not a good sign. Looks most likely they're in their dungeon.
That'd be really rare if Lionel's, Wizrobe's, and Darkness are all dungeon enemies at the same time. It's usually only at least one or two. And Dr. J is moving on through the level here. Finds a diamond staircase and a Goma blocking it. So what's... Oh, and we have a segment of the light too.
Name that ink blot.
All right, this is the transport. So he found his way up into this. He's still in this first section. As far as this, well, it looks obvious, but it's B4. There's just a bunch of space on the one side of the B for some reason.
Dr. J coming across the staircase. Let's see if this is an item.
It
And
is
it's
an
the
item,
raft.
and it's the raft. And he is picking that up, and I don't blame him, because again, that coast is hard to reach. And we have level 1 on Classnik's end. Ooh, this could be an entry. This is the other dungeon that has 2 items, and it's in Death Mountain.
JKlassnik doing the pirouette trick to open the door on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I was actually dumbfounded by that trick the first time I saw it, because I only knew the way going back in and out from the top. I didn't know you can go left. And we had potentially have a meat block in level 1. And there's the Wiz Robes.
Nasty enemy to find in level 1.
You know what? We also have a level, but look at level 8. We have a Gleeok guarding a staircase that has a spiral entry. Oh wow, Triforce, real fast Triforce for a class. Ooh, Dr. J's trying to thread the needle. Doesn't quite get in, unfortunately. Back to... over here. And it looks like he might be looking for a forge out here, guarded by these lifelikes. You shall see what it comes out as just a key.
Dr. J now making a second attempt on this Gleeok to get past it.
Just deboost through, and that's nice. But it's up the other passageway. But he's in the area with the Triforce. Meanwhile, Klasnik, again, I think the other item in here might be meat blocked, so we're gonna have an issue there. Oh, wait a minute! Klasnik picked up the white sword! White sword's in 1!
Double his attack power. He's now delivering 2 hit points of damage.
I completely missed that, and he's grabbing the Triforce and getting out.
Certainly don't blame him with Wiz Robes in there.
And Dr. J knows where level 1 is, so... Or at least the area. Yeah, I agree, Gary, and it might be meat blocked. It seems we got some people filtering in here. Welcome, everyone. I believe the race on Randomizer 1 just ended, if I understand this right.
So far, the seed is actually going a bit slow. We've only found just a couple items. Got the Armos item is the book. The white sword item is the power bracelet. We have some very low rupee treasures, 5, 33, and 58 respectively.
Oh, hold on a second. I have to correct you. Our coast item is the power bracelet. We do not know where the white sword cave is.
Oh, thanks, my mistake. Yep, power bracelet on the coast. As far as levels go, we have the white sword in 1, silver arrows in 2, and the raft in 8.
And a potential meat block in 1 as well. So right now, Dr. J is in level 8, digging around for the second item, potentially, or a way to get to... I think he's blocked in the Triforce. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, JKlassnik is continuing to explore Death Mountain here. And a very nice clock for Dr. J. He's going to be able to get through this line over no problem.
JKlassnik heading back to level 5 in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's much more equipped now to deal with this, and this item might be right here in front of us. And
Transport.
it's transport staircase. Although, wasn't there a transfer staircase 1 north? No, I know I'm thinking of something else. My bad.
No, because we didn't get past the room to the right here because they had traps, and JKlassnik immediately up and ate out as soon as he saw.
Yeah, it was also had some enemies.
Nasty room to be facing Lionel.
Although he just got a sword beam, so makes it a little bit easier. Oh, and that's the Triforce room. And we have low HP fires. That is a sight to see. And for those wondering, that Raft was right there in that Gliok room.
And the blue Lionels aren't that bad, just 4.
Yeah, it seems they roll loads as well. So, count your blessings when there. And we have a hint here. Oh my goodness!
Raft required.
There is a dungeon
at vanilla level 4.
It has to be, yeah. So
the eastern seaboard, is the other warp cave. So vanilla level 4.
Oh, Gary Noel is correcting us though that it could be our white sword item, and we don't have the hint for where its location is.
Dr. J getting a bit turned around in here. He just checked the basement with the item again.
Oh, it was there? I mistook it for the one over by Gliok. Never mind. Oh, there's another staircase though. What's down here? It's our other item.
Red candle.
And it's the red candle. That'll help him out with the combat a little bit.
Red candle is better than the blue candle in that you're able to fire it multiple times, or you're able to fire it twice, and you're not limited. Oh, we have level 7 at the vanilla level 4.
So there we go, folks. Confirmed that this is going to be where our recorder. And JKlassnik takes the Triforce out of 5 and decides to leave. And the Ruby boss was guarding something here. What was he guarding? It was our recorder. Of course it was.
Recorder is very helpful in that obviously it helps you kill dig doggers, but also it allows you to whistle. When you whistle it, it'll take you to levels you've already completed. So it's a good way to warp around.
I don't think DrJ got the Triforce out of 8, did he? No. I don't think he could reach it. I think he just got both items and noped out.
JKlassnik is just a few rupees. I think he actually has enough rupees now to buy the blue ring at 230. I think it was 235.
Oh, we might be ladder blocked here in 7. And Classic is adept. And also, I want to point out something here. When we do find that Wiser item, Classic is guaranteed to have it because he has the maximum required amount of heart containers. It can be anywhere from 4 to 6, and he has the high number.
Thank you, Gary. And blue ring is actually 253. Thank you.
Yeah, he's not going to buy that. I don't think anyone's going to buy that blue. Unfortunately, in Saint Suro, we cannot have ladder block blow. I think we can have ladder block blow. Oh, we definitely can't bullock silvers because we already have silvers. They were just on the ground.
Silvers were found in 2.
And you didn't even need to fight the enemies. They were just straight up there, I think.
Yeah, they were open on the floor. JKlassnik now fighting his way through 8.
This is good. He'll find the Raft and the red candle here. And potentially even grab the Triforce. Meanwhile, I think Recorder League was checked by DrJ. I don't think it was anything important.
Now that I'm looking at level 8, they actually look like Cyrillic letters of the Russian alphabet. Because there's one letter that looks like an upside down H, and there's one of the Russian letters is a B with a very big loop on it.
Yeah, I could see that maybe. I was saying like it was I thought it was like the B4. Oh, and DrJ has purchased the blue ring.
Meanwhile, Klassnik has found the Raft.
Yes, and as you can see by our map down below, one of our any roads is on one of the items, and we know the Raft is also required on top of that. So that'll help in getting around. And I think DrJ is just summoned the level 1. He's going to find his white sword, but will he stick around to find the other item? I don't remember what it was.
I don't think it was found.
Yeah, that's right. There was a meat block here. Ooh. Ooh, I wonder if the step ladder's in here. That would be interesting.
DrJ retreating and gonna look through Death Mountain more. Oh wait, no, he's gonna do that door trick.
Very nicely done.
So what DrJ did, he exited and went to the adjacent screen, and then came back, and the game actually thinks you entered the room. You actually entered that room from the left-hand side, so it eliminates the door.
And there is the Triforce in 1. Very easy to find, but where is the white sword? Ooh, and oh, there it is. It's just right sitting on the ground. But Classic takes the death and back to start he goes.
So now both our players both have the white sword, and Dr. J finds the useless compass. And decides to pick up the Triforce and leave.
Yeah, smart. We are. He's under the assumption as we are that the other item is meat locked.
With the way things are looking, white sword is gonna be it for these players.
Second in shop.
As container hearts are not exactly plentiful.
Yeah. And again, folks, we do not know where the White Sword Cave was because it was eaten by community hint.
And Classic getting bombarded by Lionels.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. And Dr. J is picking up a heart. That'll be his first.
Dr. J now finding another rupee treasure. Now that he's got enough money, let's see if he goes and buys that meat. Go back into level 1.
I mean, I would just buy just to make sure it's not something important because we've been ladder blocking several dungeons already, and level 1 could have our ladder. And something else I should point out, guys, you see this layout for level 8? Reverse it. That's our level 7.
Yes, level 7 and level 8 share the same grid, so what you see as an outline for one is usually is pretty much the reverse for the other level.
Oh! Recorder Lake is the magical sword! Quite literally, So here's a little bit of a fun fact here. Apparently, the Master Sword was called Excalibur in like the French language at one point. I guess that makes that sword that old woman guarding it, the Lady of the Lake. And we're seeing JKlassnik still looking around for that other item. We know it's the red candle, but he does not, so let's see if he keeps digging this place a bit. It was, I believe, right next door to where the raft was. Dr. J is checking these spots over in the southeastern side of Hyrule. And Classic does not need that hint. He found level 1 before level 8. And I think he's trying to figure out how to get to the Triforce, but I don't see a way unless he didn't pick it up. And yes, the power bracelet is on the coast. We are already aware of that.
Dr. J finding another container heart. He's up to 5 now. I'll give him 2/3 chance to get the white sword item.
And JKlassnik takes the Triforce out of 8 and decides to leave. And Dr. J finds a 3rd heart container, so now he can guarantee pull whatever is on the White Sword Cave, which, again, a community hint ate up its hint location, so we don't know where it is. If I had to guess, based on where we've checked,
it's looking more likely that it might be power bracelet blocked.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Which in turn means it's also ladder blocked, because you need the ladder to get the power bracelet. Question now becomes, where is the ladder?
And what if that
Then that's gonna be actually kind of interesting. The only sword cave that cannot be blocked by anything is the wooden sword. White sword can be anywhere, as can the magical sword, as evidenced by the fact that it was in Recorder Lake. Each sword does have a helpful hint associated with it, but we are running with mixed hints, and the hint for the white sword got eaten up, so we don't even know what the item is there.
Dr. J grabbed the silver arrows in 2.
And he's gonna keep digging this too and get the Triforce.
So aside from number of Triforce pieces, our runners are pretty much neck and neck.
Ooh, that's bad. Plus or minus 2. It's normal. Cannot be killed instantly with bombs like he can in the vanilla game. And there are our dark nuts finally. Yes, very nicely done. Because by virtue of vice versa, the ladder cannot be blocked by the power bracelet because that creates an infinite lock. The items in the sea cannot lock themselves.
Why the items you see on the screen here, those items cannot, with the exception of silver arrows, those items cannot be in level 9 because those are crucial items that you need to get.
Or even find them.
Correct. And Dr. J grabbed the container heart for level 2.
And we got a hint here. Level 3 is on Death Mountain. Which means it is just hiding behind a bomb hole somewhere. And that is information that JKlassnik did not have.
From the looks of things on the map, the level 3 is northwest of Fennel level 6.
That's level 1. Yeah, mine's a little on this, but I've been keeping track on my own.
Having level 2 Triforce. He's now at 2.
with that hint, I think he's gonna make a beeline for their level 3. Try to find that item in there, whatever it is. No, he's going back in A. He wants the Triforce out of here. And Classic has got the Triforce out too, and most likely he saw that hint as well. So Classic has the lead, but in terms of information, they're pretty much neck and neck, I think. But Classic still hasn't gone to level 7 to grab the recorder. And this will actually be huge for him, because with that knowledge that level 3 is on Death Mountain, he can use the recorder and go to level 1 and start checking up there for level 3. However, Dr. J can also do the same thing. And it was in this very room that we found a recorder for Classic. Garion, I'm not sure if he actually picked up the Triforce in 7. We'll need to do a menu for confirmation. Dr. J, why are you fighting? You've already got the 2 items. I guess he's looking for keys or something, but he's got plenty of keys as well.
Maybe a container heart. I mean, he just had the one room left before grabbing the Triforce.
All right, that makes sense. And we have a turnstile room here for Klasnik. Ooh, that Goma could be guarding the Triforce. We don't know. And these seem to be pretty weak land molas. I almost called them manhandla.
He dispatched them very easily with that red candle. Good attack move.
Yeah, that's what one of the perks of this. Oh, and we have found the White Circuit on Dr. J's end on Death Mountain. It's the heart container for the coast.
So let's give a quick rundown. We're almost at 50 minutes here. Level 1, white sword. White sword. Second item is unknown. Level 2 is the silver arrows. Level 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, 5, and 6. We don't know. Level 7 is recorder. Level 8 we have raft and red candle. Don't know level 9, of course. And the Armos item is the book. White sword item is the heart container, and the East Coast item is the power bracelet.
And Spectacle Rock. Vanilla level 9 is where level 3 is. Similar palette there, too.
Klassnik coming across an army of blue whiz robes. No chance to fight his way through this one.
Actually, wait a minute. That means all 3 of our big bads, the harder enemies to fight in the dungeons, are in the dungeons.
And Dark Nuts, Whiz Robes, and Lionels.
This is a combat-heavy seed, it looks like.
Dr. J coming across quite a plethora of keys. Garrett, how much you want to bet that the item in level 3 is the Yeni key?
Nah, it's gonna be the latter. Let's be real here. We have a staircase. There's the item, and it's the bow! Even better.
That's going to allow him to use silver arrows. which deliver 4 hit points of damage.
So items we still have at large. We have the wand, we have the power bracelet, we have the ladder. And also, I just saw a mugger there briefly. Ouch. Pretty bad mugger.
The remaining items are both boomerangs, the magical key, the magical wand, the ladder, and the red ring.
So we could have a situation in which both boomerangs are a 9.
Let's hope that's the case.
Yes, we'll know, I think, with, yeah, with 3, no, we have, never mind. I'm gonna say with 3 items left, but no, we have 4. We're missing 4 items in the overworld that are locked, 2 which are locked. There's the Triforce out of 3, and DrJay is going to grab it and move on.
Yes, I did. I mentioned both boomerangs, the ladder, the magical key, the magical wand, and the red ring.
Well, level 4 here. Let's see. Oh, it's a Patra. Does that mean the enemy set in level 4 is going to show up in 9?
I don't think so. According to Garion, it doesn't. DrJay opting to buy a red potion.
Boss social independent enemies. Alright, thank you for letting me know that. I don't know all the things about this randomizer, but I enjoy the game all the same.
DrJay now making his way into level 5.
We don't know the item in here.
No, 4, 5, and 6 we don't know, as well as the second item in level 1.
And neither player has the meat.
Bomb upgrade 76, what will it be?
Will it be good or will it be a dud? Choosing not to buy it.
Wow, that's surprising. As long as the bombs are 3 or better, I mean, you got a good, it's.
Yeah, he's probably saving up for the blue ring.
Not a good idea. I mean, because every rupee you come across now at 255 is you're just throwing it away. You might as well buy the bomb upgrade and just earn them back.
And we have another hint. Step over the water reach the magic boomerang, which means the boomerang is ladder blocked. And we have a staircase here in 5. I think this is our item. Nope, it's transport. And unfortunately, Classic hits a def in 4. Oh, is this the item, maybe?
No, dead end.
But we have a map. That's the first time we're seeing level 4. Name that ink blot.
Go with the default cactus.
You know what? No, I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm gonna say it's a bonsai tree. So 6 squares at the bottom is the pot that the bonsai tree is in.
That could work. I could see that.
Ooh, and maybe ladder block here in 4 as well.
Yeah, it could pass for a tank in the old from the Atari 2600.
And oh wow, that is +3.
Yep. So, even though it's less than normal, he wasn't. It was just 1 rupee above what it
And
would normally cost because
well,
four bombs at 100 4 bombs at 100 rupees, 25 apiece.
yeah. In other words, it's you get what you pay for. And we have a shoot room here in level 5, unfortunately. And Dr. J has found the Triforce in 5 and moving on. Or does he go back in to dig the item?
Yeah, E-Tap. I realize that now. He's used his bombs till he got down to 1 or 0, and then buy it to fully replenish. Yeah. And JKlassnik opting to buy a key.
Yeah, he's a little key star right there. And we have Dr. J in level 1 with the mate.
Let's see if this yields a positive result with a good item.
Well, we already know that it's not the floor drive. He has to look for a staircase.
Gets a heart container for his efforts. He's now has a 20% chance of picking up mags at 10 hearts.
And a wise choice bringing the bow here. He has to deal with Paul's voice. And actually, this is our first look at level 6. Which may be ladder block, but not for the Triforce. Yeah, it looks like ladder might be in 1. Huh. Anyway, JKlassnik grabs the Triforce out of 6. He is 3 away from finishing his run.
Let's see if this is the item here.
It's most likely the item here.
And it is the ladder.
There it is. And with that, Dr. J is in go mode. He can go and get the power bracelet at any time. He knows where it is. He's in go mode.
We're gradually getting closer to figuring out the rest of this game. So here's the rundown. Level 1, white sword and ladder. Level 2, silver arrows. Level 3, bow. 4, 5, 6, still unknown. Level 7, recorder. Level 8, raft and red candle. Level 9, unknown. Armos book, white sword, heart container, East Coast power bracelet.
And those unknowns do not matter at this point. If anything, Dr. J might want to find the red ring, but that's it. Maybe the ending key, but the wand, and the boomerangs do not matter to him at all.
That's correct. He has all crucial items necessary to defeat the game. Klassnik picked up the map and took a death, and whoa, check that
and
out.
Glea was guarding the Triforce in 7. He grabs it and goes. And D-Tap, yes, we're going to just go straight up say it. Ladder confirmed, bait block.
Gandra, you're right. With Dr. J with the blue ring and a red potion, it is highly unlikely he'll care about the red ring.
When did he pick up a red potion? I didn't see that.
That was a while back.
And I also want to point out here, folks, neither one of these runners bought a hint, so the fact that he found everything he needs to just shows you how experienced he is with the game. And we are just over an hour in. Make sure to give these guys a follow. They deserve all your support.
Also, give a follow to our tracker, Gary and Old Wolf, as well as Crimson Avix, who, despite the difficulty, is presenting this match to you tonight.
And let's not forget yourself, Crimson or Devil.
I'm just doing this for fun. I got nothing on my channel.
And I guess me as well, even though I shouldn't be trying to pander to the crowd.
But I appreciate that nonetheless. Thank you, C-Note, for that. Classnik coming across the silver, the white sword item, the heart container.
And the Triforce guarding the map. Yeah, Dr. J just wants the Triforces at this point. He does not care. And actually, the power phrase is not even required. Doesn't even need to pick that up unless he needs to get over to Death Mountain again. But he has the flute, and he's defeated one, so doesn't need to do that. What he does need to do is be a little bit careful. He's low on health.
Yeah, he's Wizrobe giving him a beating, but he'll be able to get through it now.
And Classnik is now in 3. We know this is where the bow is, but is it too little too late?
When it comes to level 9, nothing's too little too late.
Yep. I was about to say, that's why they call it the Great Equalizer for a reason. We'll get to why here in just a little bit.
And Dr. J opting to use one of his potions.
Play it safe. I can see why. Go ahead and burn these gels.
And considering this is a Wizrobe-laden dungeon, opting to use that potion is actually a very, very good decision.
Yes, indeed. Now, if he finds the staircase before he finds the Triforce, does he check it or does he just ignore it?
I would say you probably take a look just to see if it's an item of worth. I mean, because you do have the magical wand, the red ring, and the magical key, which are all great luxury items to have.
Oh, I think he might want to find that key because look at his keys. He's only got 2 left.
Yeah, at this point the magical key is even though it's a luxury item, it is a greatly sought after item.
But he finds the Triforce in 4 and moves on.
Oh, we got a toll room in level 3.
Yeah, he had to go through this. Dr. J had to go through this room, and Classnik is opting to take a bomb capacity reduction. That's honestly one of the worst things you could do is lower your capacities. Okay, this is something else that's going to give Dr. J slow Dr. J down a little bit. He does not know where 6 is, and Classnik does.
Well, the way Dr. J is going, I'm sure he'll come across 6 within the next 5 minutes.
Well, he has to go all the way up to the Lost Hills according to the map.
At this point, it is kind of doubtful that Dr. J will go for the mags. I mean, even though he does have a 40% chance at this point, mags is underneath the Recorder Lake, and level 9 is in the eastern section of Hyrule. So it's kind of doubtful that he'll try for it.
Well, here's something he could do. He could do an up A, go back to his warp point, his starting point, which for you folks who aren't aware, is the lower left corner of this map. You can then go up to try to pull the sword, then heal the fountain, and then warp to 4, and then he's 3 squares away from level 9.
That's true too. Yeah, it's not a little bit of a sequence there, but it is not too much of an inconvenience.
The question is, though, will he do that routing?
Meanwhile, Classnik venturing into 7 now. Not too far behind on Triforces, but he is missing that crucial ladder. At some point, he's got to realize that the meat is necessary.
And wait a minute, we're seeing Dr. J back over in the Lost Woods area. Is he going to check mags at 13 hearts? Or
11.
No, wait, that's 11. You're right. My mistake, folks. I'm used to 10 rows of 10.
It looks like he is.
All right, let's see if he gets that extra damage. 11 hearts.
No.
Is not enough. And ironically, remember how I said at the start that coast spot with the Raft would come in handy? It's gonna come into play here. The closest way to get level 6 is that Raft, is that any road on the warp, on the Raft locked warp. So we see Dr. J here buying bombs. In the meantime, still looking for level 6. We know where it is. And Classnik's going into 4, but we know that it is ladder blocked. He needs to buy bait and go to level 1.
Something tells me it's dawning on him now. That's what he needs to do.
Yes, you're right. Jade does not know where level 6 is. But that's how ironic this spot is. It is so out of the way that you literally have to go through any road that is you would normally write off as useless.
Classic finally realized he needs that meat to go back into 1.
Yep, he bought it and he is moving on.
Meanwhile, Dr. J came across another heart container. He's now up to 12. Now he opened it. Let's see if he goes back to the Recorder Lake again to give it another try.
He is at the vanilla required hearts for this.
And he's going to give the kazoo another blow.
And 12
He got it.
Is enough. Vanilla. Fred.
So now Dr. J just doubled his attack power. The magical sword delivers 4 hit points of damage. and he should be able to breeze through pretty much any enemy he come across now.
Yes. But he still needs to find his way to level 6.
No, it was 12 because he was Dr. J checked the magical sword when he had 11 hearts.
Oh, wow. Dr. J actually used the warp and is heading towards the Lost Hills. You're coming into play like I predicted.
In an ironic twist, the warp on the eastern seaboard turned out to be useful.
And Classic is now in go mode. Six is in the Lost Hills, right up here, just north of where Dr. J is right now.
Hold on to your hats, folks. This race is pretty much evened up at this point.
Ball on the wall, and there it is. So right now the Dr. J has the equipment advantage, and that is most likely going to help him out. But again, level 9 is the great equalizer, and as we approach level 9, Devil, why don't you tell them what makes level 9 such an important dungeon?
Well, it all depends on how you route through it. You enter level 9, you go one way, it'll take you endlessly around level 9. Someone else can come in 5-10 minutes after you, go right where you went left, and they can come across Ganon and Zelda quickly and just steal the race away.
Yes, and to help them out, they are looking for 3 specific things. First one is actually a hearing thing. They need to listen for the roar of Ganon. If they hear it, they will be one room adjacent to him, whether it be north, south, east, or west. The second thing is for the kidnap. They are looking for a shutter door, a single shutter door that does not open and when all the enemies are defeated. That is where Zelda is. The only exception to the single shutter door is if it's adjacent to Ganon's room. Third, there are 4 hints somewhere in here, but only 3 hint rooms. Now, they can all not only be eaten up by community hints, but they can be eaten up by muggers. What they want to see right now is where the beast is and where Zelda is. The other 2 hints are where the silver arrows are. It'll just tell them that they are elsewhere. And the compass, which will in turn tell them where the kidnapped is.
Meanwhile, Dr. J making entry into level 9 at 112.57, and we see Wiz ropes right away.
And he's checking a push block here. Let's see what he finds. There's a lot of staircases here. 6 total passageways and 2 item staircases for a total of 14 staircases to check.
And level 9 has a single path off the entry, so a split after the entry is not a factor in this one.
Oh, we found Ganon immediately.
He just isn't trying anymore.
So 4 hits with mags, and then a silver shot to the head.
Still needs to be careful though, because the Hyrule Driver takes away 4 hearts. He's got to refill.
It takes away 2 hearts because of that blue ring, but yes, he needs to be careful.
Oh yeah, Mr. Cab, yeah. Fred! Ganon in Ganon's room.
Oh yeah, but it's not linked to Zelda's room, so that's different. So now we have the pig slain on Dr. J, so now it's a race to find Zelda. And once again, and now that the enemy Ganon is slain, the shutter door will automatically burst wide open, and level 4 has the red ring.
So that the red ring quadruples your hit points. So now a high roll driver will do 1 heart damage if Klassnik can make it to level 9.
But he doesn't need to worry about it because Dr. J just needs to find that single shutter door that will open for him automatically.
JKlassnik now has all the Triforces. He's going to make his way into level 9 shortly.
So pending Dr. J getting lost and trying to find Zelda, this race is over. Oh, but Dr. J is out of keys. This could be a big factor here.
JKlassnik entering at 1 hour and 16 minutes.
Dr. J finds another staircase. He's going to take in a lot of these. And that is not the way to Zelda. Are we going to see a ladder clip here from Dr. J? No, he's going to go through the open shutter door.
Oh, shoot.
Please take Bow for a walk. That is a community hint. Unfortunately, eating at one of the helpful hints. Now, that was the hint that says where the kidnapped is. That's a major problem.
JKlassnik coming across the compass.
We know where Zelda is.
And that looks like the southwest.
So now it is literally a race for Dr. J to find Zelda. And he might be key blocked.
Yeah, this is still too close to call.
And there's Moldorm. Infinitely less annoying than his Link to the Past version.
And some very weak Staphos.
Well, Staphos are already weak by nature. And we have an update from Dr. J. He's got to reset and try to look around a bit more. And, ooh, Blue Lanolas.
Fortunately, though, with the red ring, doesn't have to worry too much.
No, but he has to open this door here.
Definitely still anyone's game. I mean, Dr. J, yes, he's killed Ganon, but he's got no keys and he's low on bombs. Meanwhile, JKlassnik, he's got the red ring and he knows where Zelda is.
Yes, if we have the ending key in level 9! That just solves all of Dr. J's problems! Which means the wand and both boomerangs are either here in 9, or one of the boomerangs is here in 9. The wand is level 9, and whatever's left over is in the other 2 dungeons, so we don't care about them.
Dr. J very low on health now, and I don't think did he use the blue potion?
No, but here's something else. We had the hint for the silver that kills V's lives elsewhere. That is a helpful hint, but one we don't need. So there's only one hint left for Dr. J to find either the compass or the heart. And if it says as the beast lies in Quadrant of Skull, that's not going to help him find Zelda at all. And that means he's going to be searching for a long time.
This race is even getting more interesting now that Dr. J had to up an A, and he does not have a potion, and he's going to get pelted. He just got pelted by the Wizrobe. Very troll room there. You walk into a shoot room, and you got a Wizrobe staring you down.
Now, I've seen races come down to map marking. I've seen races come down to just hints. This would be the first race in which I think I've seen a compass be the difference between winning or losing a race. Or at least a level 9 compass. DrJayPHD already has. Dr. J is looking at that compass frantically. Does not know where it is. We do not have a hint for it, but he's going to start checking all these locked doors. And we know Zelda's a little bit further south than where he is.
Dr. J pondering for a bit here.
Pondering at a pond.
Did his stream freeze up?
What's happening on Dr. J's end? Looks like we're getting a refresh there, folks.
Meanwhile, Classnik coming across another Patra.
Yeah, we're gonna get this feedback up as soon as possible. And once again, it's Shadows and Crimson Avis, our restreamer here, who is keeping that on point.
JKlassnik now in a bit of trouble as well. He's down to 1 key and 1 bomb, and he's low on health. Definitely, Sports Jeff. Routing is turning out to be the biggest enemy, worse than Ganon.
I was thinking connection issues, but yeah. Routing is also being a big factor here in the dungeon. We knew Dr. J needs to go south. As Classnik is taking a potion break here. And unfortunately, Dr. J is nowhere near Zelda. I think the compass was... Oh! Thanks to death to the Wizards, I think he didn't see him.
And I believe JKlassnik just took a wrong turn. If I remember correctly, Ganon was in the northeast.
Yeah, Dr. J found him almost immediately.
And he's in trouble because he's got 0 bombs and 1 key.
And Dr. J is in trouble because doesn't have any health. And it's an hour and 24 minutes in. The dot done can come at any time for both these runners. Mind games are setting in. They are worried that the other runner is going to finish at any time now. And they're both right to a degree. I think this is where the compass was. Maybe. Come on, kill the other gel. Oh my goodness. Finds the clock.
Yeah, Krim. Yeah, you're right. You know, with the fairy fountain just outside and a couple of screens away, it would be beneficial to do that.
It's more screens than you would realize because it's not 3 screens away. It's at least 4.
Right, you got to go north, east, south, northwest, southwest, north.
Yeah, it's not a straight left because level 9 is in that little narrow passageway that links only to north and south in that map screen. And as we keep going here, DrJay is still taking staircases. I don't think he should take staircases. I think he's also in a stealth staircase. I don't think he can get out of this room. Oh, he can. And just to do more wizrobes. And I think that's the third hint.
That's it. Yeah, 3 hints. That's it. All troll hints.
Well, one was helpful, but it was helpful in the wrong way. We already found the silver arrows. So DrJay needs to find the compass or Zelda on his own.
Yeah, true. It was essentially not really a troll hint, just a useless hint. Wow, what a level 9.
I mean, just looking at it, based on both players' feats, it's not a bad level 9. It's just neither runner can find the other piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, Garrett, I think you're right. It might be a magical staircase to get this the Zelda, because Klassnik, I believe, was to the room immediately to the left and above where Zelda was, and there wasn't a door.
It could also just be left at where Classnik is and you follow that path. We'll about to find out. Tea room. Yeah, actually. Oh, Classnik has found Ganon.
Now it's going to take 8 hints for Klassnik to defeat Ganon.
But he should have no issues because he has all the safeties here. And he can actually take the safety corner and be completely fine.
Right, that spot in the lower left-hand corner is probably the safest spot. And he's got a decent stun lock on him. Oh, here he goes.
Excellent stun lock and an excellent fight. We have Bacon and the Triforce of power.
So 128. Klassnik kills again at 128.
And if he ladder clips here, he can potentially just... Oh no, he doesn't have a key!
Oh, DrJay found Zelda!
Wow, he found Zelda when we were looking! GG's to him. We have an official SRL time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, 45 seconds for DrJayPHD. GG's in the chat, folks! Whew, that was a close race.
We completely missed the climax. Wow.
Alright, we're gonna see if we can get DrJay in here for an interview in just a moment. Wow, DrJay, amazing job finding Zelda here. We were so distracted because Classic actually found Ganon just as you found Zelda and slain him. But yeah, walk us through that scene.
Yeah.
Walk us through that scene. How... This thing was amazing. To some degrees.
Yeah, I imagine that would have been just an awesome race to watch, because I mean, I had no idea where I stood at any point in that until I got done.
Yeah, so here's the situation before you found Zelda. You had to kill Ganon. Classic was looking for Ganon, but he had the compass. And there were no hints telling you where Zelda or where any of those items were. The compass wasn't... There was only hint... Bleh. Tongue-tied. Sorry. Starting over.
That's good.
The only helpful hint in level 9 was the silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere.
Which, yeah, hopefully you found it with... I don't remember how deep silvers were in 2, but yeah.
Yeah, Classic found them first, so...
Yeah, I felt like I was in the hole just because it's taken a lot of early deaths and just taking forever to get anywhere.
What gave you the edge was you were the first to check the meat block. And then from there, you just went into full throttle.
Yeah, that was kind of the troll I was hoping for, was when I saw the meat was actually going to be required. I'm just like, there's no way it's back there. It's back there. That and well, maybe Mags kind of helped, but yeah.
I think what also helps is that you found the any key in here at a very important time.
Yeah, with no keys left, finding the any key is certainly a relief.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, you entered level 9 at 1:12:57, then you killed Ganon at like 1:15, and then you just seemed to be wandering around, and then eventually, you had no bombs and no keys left, and then all of a sudden you found that magical key, and that made the difference.
Pretty much, yeah. There was just enough key doors. I thought, okay, well, I should be good going in there, and nope, and nope, and nope, and crap.
now I just want to tell you this right now. If you had dug a little bit in level 4, you would have also found the red ring. We don't know where either boomerang is or the wand, so we're presuming that they're in one of them is in 9, and the other 2 items are in 5 and 6.
Yeah, I know I saw the hint for step over to find the magic boomerang, but when I found 6, I was not about to dig that for anything. Oh, that was okay. Yeah, there was 4. Yeah. So, just glad it didn't cost me in the end.
Yeah, it turned out to be a very close race. I mean, because you had roughly about a 3-minute head start going into level 9, and then it took Klassnik 12 minutes to find Ganon, and just as he finished off Ganon, you found Zelda.
Yeah, 12 minutes for him to find Ganon, or 12 minutes for me to find Zelda. It's just a question of which way you go when you get past the entrance room.
Well, again, he had found the compass. He knows where Zelda is. He just never did find the pig in time.
And it's kind of a magical staircase to get to the pig, too. Actually, not kind of, it is. I got bombed, unless you can ladder clip.
Well, congratulations on your win. Your next match is going to be either Dragon Dark or Your Majesty.
Both of those really good runners, too, so should be fun to see what happens there.
Yeah, unfortunately, folks, Classic is eliminated. This is a loser bracket match. So this will be the last time we've seen Classic in this tournament. But I'm sure he'll be around.
Oh, absolutely. I hope so.
He's still trying to tough it out here and make it to the end. Give credit to him for toughing it out.
Oh, definitely. Especially when he knows where Zelda is. That makes a huge difference in this 9.
Yeah, but he has not found the any key. And he's out of bombs.
That orange reservoir room right near the entrance. That helps.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But yeah, anything that caught your eye in the sea that was kind of annoying? Other than the fact you were starting in the bottom left corner of the map?
That, not really. Yeah, let me take a look at the overworld here. Having to go all the way across the overworld just to get wood sword. That was pretty annoying, and especially with how hard the gorillas hit when you're starting the game out too. Like the blue ones just love sniping you. They keep on catching me.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting is the position of the one staircase at the coast. That actually came into play here, surprisingly. Most people just write that off as being useless.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that I thought of doing that one there, because I had narrowed it down to 6 for the last spot, being where it was, the push block south, and then the screen to the right of the push block. So
and your opponent,
really handy.
Meanwhile, Klassnik has just found Zelda.
And it's finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, 32 seconds. GG's to him, and again, both of these runners, they did an excellent job of this race.
GG, dude.
Rather tough seed here.
Yeah, pretty combat heavy considering you had Not only Wizros, but Lionels and Darknuts all in dungeons.
Honestly, I think I'd rather have the Wizrobes in the overworld now that I've been playing these tournament flags as often because it's easier to dodge them, better source of bombs for the overworld, and but yeah, that's not a good enemy set with all three of them in the underworlds. That level's there.
And welcome, Classnik. I'm sorry for your loss, man. You're going to be out of this tournament, but walk us through the seed, man. How did you think it went?
I mean, it was pretty rough with all the blocks in there. I figured just because of how many there were, I still was in the race going into 9. I had no idea. I figured I could have lost 10 minutes earlier, or I could be 10 minutes ahead with how the seed was. I really had no idea where I was, so I was just happy I had a shot in 9.
Yes, we told this to Dr. J, but from all the hints we found, the only helpful hint was where the silver arrows were. And you finding the compass actually gave me an edge where Zelda was, but Ganon was what was trolling you. Dr. J had already found Ganon pretty quickly, so it was just back and forth. By the time you had found Ganon, he eventually found Zelda. Did not find the compass, though. And he also found the any key in 9 as well.
Yeah, I realized I should have been checking all the staircases after I was halfway in to find the any key, although I don't know if I actually ever was in a room with it, but that keys, that's the second race in a row that keys really hurt me.
And another thing that was probably the biggest hindrance was that it took you quite a while to realize that meat was required in 1, where Dr. J, it dawned on him a little sooner, and he was able to get the ladder and pretty much coast after that.
Yeah, I took a gamble. I knew meat would be required for the second item as soon as I went into 1, but at that time, I think I still had a lot of the dungeons left to go through. So I figured I would try and clear that other stuff first before having to buy the meat. And sure enough, I got all the Triforces and went back to 4 and remembered, oh yeah, it's ladder blocked. I better find it. And I didn't want to go into 6 and 5 and search. And I think 5 might have been ladder blocked too. So I figured I would just go buy the meat. But I knew it was blocked. I didn't know the ladder was there.
You still made a heck of an effort because Dr. J entered level 9 at 113, killed Ganon at 115. You entered at 116. So it was very close up until the very end.
Yeah, sounds like it was a good race. That 3 minutes into 9, that's good stuff.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Class, I think this was your second loss, so you are out of the tournament. Any regrets Any regrets with any of your plays this far?
There's probably a few things I wish I could have done better in the last race and this one, but in general, not really. I felt pretty good about this race. This one in particular, I don't think I made too many decisions that were bad. I just made some that didn't work out. But what are you gonna do? It was a good time.
Yeah, and Dr. J, I'm going to ask you this: are there any new flags going forward that you're going to be worried about?
Probably the second quest enemies, to be honest.
Yeah, those red bubbles completely locking your sword till you find a blue one. Those, ugh.
Yeah, those are not really going to be fun for me, but we'll see how everybody else reacts to them too.
Yes, and as Crimson Axe is saying, at the conclusion of this interview, we will be sending everyone to Speak Amy for the RC drone race. And yeah, I think we're just about done here anyway. So
Hey, if you want to close it out, Wolf, go ahead.
I'm going to first ask our runners, any final thoughts?
Just say GG to Dr. J. Good luck in the tournament going forward.
Thanks, and GG to you for that race too.
And with that, from all of us here from my co-commentator Devil, our tracker Garen, and from both our runners and our researcher Crimson Avex, I've been Wolfling0370. We shall see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Later, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.